Here is another really outstanding Paleo story stone face and mammoth effigy out of this beautiful Madagascar rose quartz crystal. And what a beautiful stone the Madagascar rose quartz is. It's a very gemmy material. I think some of the most beautiful rose quartz on earth. And it's a very beautiful pink colors, as well as shades of lavender. This is an outstanding example in that it appears this story stone effigy was made in the form of a Paleo point preform. This is a triangular blade up on top of this stem. This rectangular square-based stem is very cool. We find points and knives out in the Calico Hills and along the shoreline of ancient Pleistocene Lake Manax that are very similar, with the stem, the square-based stem, and the triangular blade. And I believe this to be a Paleo Preform. Many Paleo Preforms were modified or made into Paleo story stone effigy offerings. And this is one of them. This is beautifully flaked. You see all those chips are where our Paleo ancestors flaked at. It's all been flaked. It's all been flaked there. It's all been flaked all in through here. And it's just a beautifully done piece, and also etched as well. And what we have with this story stone effigy, with the rose quartz examples, they did chip eyes out of the surface, but they also struck the surface hard in one spot and fractured it. And they used that fracture that they made in the stone as the eye of the faces and the mammoths. Now, as you can see, this eye is brown, stained. Well, that's patina. This piece is heavily patinated. It's been in the ground for over 11,000 years, as these were just made during the Paleo period. And after the mammoth died, the mammoth was no longer worshipped, or offerings were no longer made to the mammoth. And so we see these disappear from the scene. In the archaic, in the early archaic, they're gone. But this is, I think, an important piece for Madagascar. I think it may lend some good possible information going forward in trying to determine how far back our ancestors, our early ancestors, go in Madagascar. And we have a face here with this, the eye. Here's the nose and the mouth below, and that's the young face looking off to the right now. Then we have this bigger hook nose of the old face, with this, the eye again, the nose, and the mouth down below looking off to the left. We hold it this way. Now we have a mammoth facing left. This is the eye of the mammoth, big trunk coming down, hair tuft at the top of the head. And then when we hold it this way, now we have additional faces. We have this, the eye, the nose, and the mouth here that's carved out there of the younger face facing off to the left. And then we have the other face with this, the eye still, nose and mouth facing off to the right. And when we hold it this way, now we have a mammoth facing left with its trunk up here and its eye here. That's a baby mammoth now, whereas the other mammoth we saw a minute ago was the mature mammoth. And then we have the baby mammoth again facing that way, but we have a mature mammoth now facing left. So, being somewhat symmetrical, this can be used to image both mature and baby or juvenile mammoths. And the face imagery is very good. Here's an example of where they've flaked it away with a big flake here to make a big exaggerated eye and a nose and a mouth facing off to the right. That's a pretty good face facing off to the right there. Looks like Mr. Grinch facing off to the right. But I wanted to share this Paleo Story Stone face and mammoth effigy made out of this beautiful rose quartz crystal that's in the shape of what I believe to be a Paleo point preform. A Paleo point that has a triangular blade and a stemmed squared base from Madagascar.